And hello, everyone. It's Saturday night. It's 10:04 p.m. California time, and I want to give you an update on what's happening with the fires. I want to know too. So I pulled up the some of the news, live feed news. But first, let's take a look at this. And thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching the restream, and also thanks for tuning in live here on Facebook and YouTube. Let's get started here.
Welcome to my crib. Come over here. We can barbecue. Come over here. We could light a fire, but as you see, we already have one back here. Hungry? Grab an orange. And that's my crib. Thanks for coming.
Okay. Well, she's got to be absolutely devastated, but it's kind of nice to have a sense of humor, isn't it? What I'm concerned about tonight is that the fires are still burning. We're down to 4 active fires right now. 2 out of the 4 are almost out. But the one that is of most concern is the one that launched everything off last Wednesday, and that is the Palisades fire. It's making its way into a neighborhood called Brentwood, and we're going to go take a look at that in just a moment. Really, it's almost hard to believe the things that we're watching here and all the stuff that's happening. Let's just go take a look now and see. Basically, there's we're moving toward 24,000 acres being burned.
Towards the Pacific Ocean, towards Pacific Palisades. We are about a half a mile from the top of Reseda and Tarzana in that direction, but the fire and the wind is moving in the opposite direction.
Okay. Looks like I'm not the
Here at the Los Angeles office say they're now taking the pieces of that drone that they have and trying to put them together and work backwards to figure out who was flying and operating that drone.
Okay, so it looks like we moved into a new story. But anyway, going back, we are at over 40,000 acres since this thing started. And this is fire.ca.gov if you want to get an update. What I don't understand is that the fact that I'm seeing only 11% containment on this fire that started last Wednesday, and that is the Palisades fire. That's really something, isn't it? And the Eaton fire is also a concerning matter, where it is also burning over 14,000 acres and moving steadily, and only at 15% containment. So we almost have the Kenneth fire is completely almost contained at 90%, but the Hearst fire is still of concern because it's at 76% containment. I want to show you a couple things from TikTok as well. So let's take a look at this. Palisades fire continues to burn over Los Angeles as firefighters work to contain the flames. One of these vehicles flew over our home today in Orange County, and so far so good. We don't have a fire or anything. So let's go back. Hopefully this will let me go back in. I want to show you, this is really something I really want us to take a look at. Let me start it over if I can. The California fires were so intense that they not only destroyed structures, they also caused all these cars to melt. And we've seen this before. I'm going to make this a little bigger so you can see it. We've seen this before in all the past fires that we've watched, the 2023 La Habana, and now right here in California.
Check this out. This is part of the car turned into liquid. Then it just hardened once it cooled.
A couple interesting things, that I found. And then I reported, of course, last night that They brought in help from Mexico and actually a lot of other states. Firefighters from Mexico have arrived to Los Angeles to help 14,000 plus personnel already battling the Palisades fire. So, and I know I also told you about this, that if you're not on, before I get to that, TikTok, you can go look me up under Promo Girl 07 and you can find me there. A short little commercial. I just recently got into copper, and this is a copper bottle that you can order through TikTok, and I'll actually get credit for it. I don't know why I'm freezing up, but if you go to Promo Girl 07 and you go to my profile, you'll find this bottle there. This is a small investment in your health, and I just have a collection. I'm collecting copper items. This one's a brand called, I think, Kitchen Science. And what you do is you store water in a copper vessel for 24 to 48 hours is what is best. And what it does is it actually gives you health benefits. And I'm already feeling a difference in my body with with aching, like if you have aches and pains, who doesn't? And the reason I feel like a lot of that is because of the electronic magnetic frequencies, EMFs. So I actually have added quite a bit of jewelry to my collection. Not that it's attractive, but I'm wearing it to, it helps in these frequencies. And so we're having to be more, we're having to really go out of our comfort zone and get into some things that we need to know about. And I highly recommend copper. This has health benefits way more than you could ever even realize. And I'm learning, and there's not a lot of information out on the web, but I'm definitely seeing a big, huge benefit to it in this copper. And so I want to highly recommend this to you. There is only, you just pretty much have to keep the water in here, like I said, for a certain amount of time to actually have the health benefits. And I prefer to, instead of drinking out of this, I poured into another copper, item. But there's a lot more coming with that. But getting back to all this mess that we're in with the fires, you need to come over and find me. We may not have that much time left on TikTok. Apparently, one day before Trump comes into office, they're going to make some big decision, and it is not looking very good at all. So I'm going to, have fun while I can, just like everybody else. But what it is that platform helps people get together all over the world, and we're able to show so much happening, kind of like boots on the ground in the area. So people are catching news so quickly that the mainstream media just can't keep up. And I just don't think they like that. I mean, that is something they want to shut down. That is my interpretation of it. So for a very long time, I was deceived and I wouldn't get on TikTok because I thought it was bad, but actually it's not bad. So I just turned my comments on. I'm hoping I can see people comments. Okay. So if you want to say anything, I'm going to read it out loud. Going back over, we're going to take a look at my TikTok because I do post some pretty good stuff, and I want you to see a couple of things before I, leave here. Here's one thing that I caught, and this is from the LA Times. The LA Times is exposing. Sorry if anybody's wearing a headset. I apologize. I don't know why that was so loud. Let me just mute this. LA Times is literally exposing the criminal activity going on here with the water. A reservoir in the Palisades that holds 117 million gallons of water was offline this month for previously scheduled maintenance. And so it's empty when they try to use it, they had no water. And this has caused, I just wonder, is it still going on? Are we still having this, problem? Next, this is from the Daily Mail, if it ever comes up. I don't know why it's doing that. Daily Mail, 750,000 a year water chief, and they give her name, knew about the empty reservoir and broken hydrants months before the fires, and they're saying that here at the Daily Mail that the hydrants were broken, but they were not broken. They were just empty. They didn't have water, and everybody's hearing about this. It's really causing a lot of problems. You can find me on YouTube. My account has been restored under Crystal Myers-Barber. I'm going to be posting a lot more here on where you're watching from on YouTube. So I'm on TikTok now, having a great time. And I showed this yesterday, but I'll show it again. We had the National Guard. Someone filmed this that lives in Santa Monica. They watched the National Guard come in yesterday. They are enforcing a curfew that begins at sunset, which is around, well, they started at 6 p.m. and it will be going on until 6 a.m. We're having apparently a problem with looting, and so they are there to assist the police and other things. Someone shot this out, let's see, 23 hours ago. This was a look at, I don't know why it's not loading up, but Sherman Oaks. And then, yeah, there's just a lot, oh gosh, being exposed. This is a most insane picture, though, that, you know, you could see other than looking at the stuff that went on in Hawaii. It looks the same, doesn't it? Look at that. I clicked right off of it. Melted cars, and we saw an intro a second ago with a girl picking an orange from the tree. So this situation is melting structures and vehicles, but not burning down the trees. Something is not right. That is not normal, okay? And so I'm catching a lot of stuff on here. I'll show you if this plays. Mayor Karen Bass of Los Angeles is being questioned. She was in Africa and she was questioned by a Sky News Australia. Let's see if this comes up.
Madam Mayor, have you nothing to say today? Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster? No apology for them? Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
Like I can even watch anymore. It's just painful. It's extremely painful. So let's go back over and see if the news is doing anything worth watching. We'll see.
For people who are considering flying a drone, they say it's not always done as something malicious. Sometimes people are trying to get a bird's eye view at their own.
About the drone. I mean, you would think they would be covering some other stuff. I will tell you this. I'm really liking going over to Twitter and getting a bunch of news. Let's see. I'm not on Twitter right now. I like to stay here on TikTok. They won't let me log in, but I found a way to get around that as much as I can to try to, get some updates. Let's see. Palisades.
Carlos, thanks. Let's go right up to Rich Prickett because we now have a house engulfed in flames with this activity in the Palisades fire this morning. Rich.
Yeah, just another example here of how much effect this fire has had for so many. And this is another home that's being lost and is burning in the Mandeville Canyon area. This stretch of homes was an area that firefighters were really trying to work to avoid all through the night. As far as those water dropping helicopters, they were working on the ridge lines right above Mandeville Canyon in hopes that it would not slop over and make it into this neighborhood. But you can see right there the home in the center of the screen that is on fire. We had another area that was on fire right here on the top of the ridge line.
This is what I don't understand. It's only 11% contained. That doesn't make sense. Does it make sense to you?
We want to welcome you to the KTLA 5 News at 6. I'm Micah Ullman with Cher Calvin. Our Sky 5 live
yesterday.
now above the Santa Monica.
Gosh. So they don't appear to have a grip on this thing. I don't get that. Like, they have all these extra people in. Let's see, fires, California. When I'm on there logged in, I can just see so much, but I'm trying to go through a different way. It's almost impossible. Yeah, so anyway, I guess I'll go back to ABC 7. They're still investigating that drone. There's a high wind warning. Okay, so this wind advisory is going to be affecting Santa Barbara County, Santa Mountains. Let's see, so high wind warning, western Santa Monica Mountains. This is exactly where they don't need it. This is where nearby the fires, right where they are. Fire weather watch issued, areas affected, and they just name off a ton. Like every county you can imagine. All the places you don't want, it going to, Santa Monica, Agora Hills, just a lot of places that have not been evacuated. So there are, I think, 11 to 19. I'm trying to keep up with what they said on the death count. 16 as of Saturday evening. They have 16 people they're saying that have been killed in the Eaton and Palisades fire. And those are the two main ones that I showed you that are really still going. And we do have a problem right now because this is entering into Brentwood. And I saw videos where people were showing, I could probably go find that on TikTok, Brentwood. See if it comes up. I'm not really sure. Okay, sorry. We're just going to leave that all together. Anyway, this is heartbreaking. Arcadia, I saw this a second ago, completely like wiped out the whole neighborhood.
This entire group here come together to start this effort. Their spokesperson, Alan G. Tell me, how did this begin for you guys?
By the grace of God to begin with. Unfortunately, we had a natural disaster in the city. And immediately, these people behind me, each of them went to immediate.
Sorry. I think these people were the ones that have the food trucks.
I went on a TikTok live. I knew my pastor needed some hot dogs. Miss Queen of LA, Clover King, Mr. Foodie, Miss Uncle Jimmy, Benny's Barbecue, LA Glizzy. It's endless. These people right here, they were on a TikTok live. They gave me the food. I passed it forward. Somebody called me, said, "Hey, I saw you with the Clover King agency. What were you guys doing?" I said, "Honestly, we were just giving away food." He said, "I have 10 trucks fulls of supplies. Where do I take it?" I said, "Bring it to the Rose Bowl." Within 24 hours, we outgrew that location. They tried to set us up in another location. That didn't work. And then out of nowhere, I got a phone call from the Santa Anita racetrack saying, "Guys, we'll give you a quarter of our parking lot." We came here. We started working. This morning, they called me. They said they canceled all their races this weekend. They're going to give us the whole parking lot. Somebody told me this turned out to be the biggest collection. And guys, I'm not even, we're street food vendors, and I'm their homie that just came together, and we're in shock. So right now we're taking donations all the way until Sunday night. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is strictly pickup. Guys, the volunteers have helped so much. The donations have came in so much. We're done taking clothes, unfortunately, because we have so many pieces of clothing. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll start distributing it to the community the best way we can. And this isn't just for the fire victims. LA is a place of need. Angelinos are people of need. The cities is gonna feel it for a long time. The prices are gonna go up for waters. Prices are gonna go up for pet food. We have all that for you right now. Come take advantage. This is for the community, by the community of people. These street vendors went on TikTok live and truly changed everything.
I mean, they did this massive effort. And did you expect it to be this big?
Ma'am, we had 15 cases of water and 500 hot dogs.
Real quickly, I just want to run through. Do you need anything dropped off at this point, or you really need financial donations?
I mean, we would love financial, guys. This happened so quickly, but we would love financial donation. We're gonna start we're just talking. We want to go on tour and feed the homeless, because this is what we turned it out to. We just put a GoFundMe together. We're putting an account together. I'll have
Real quickly, what's the fund?
It's the Christopher Bailey Foundation. If you guys want to donate, there's an email we can give you, and we would like to continue helping as long as we can.
Thank you so much. I just want to reiterate, you are stopping donations beginning tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Got it. Okay. Tomorrow night, donations no more, but then beginning Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 7 to 8 here at Santa Anita Park will strictly be for those in need, those affected by the fire, in order to get those donations. Live in Arcadia, Leanne Suter, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Leanne, thank you. Just another demonstration of the incredible response.
Yeah, that is incredible. I actually saw these guys, that group go live. I was on TikTok. I was watching all this, and then I watched how they got shut down and they were moved over to that Arcadia, and I was just amazed. And it just sounds like the miracle, where they had 5 loaves and fish, and just a few pieces, one fish, and then it just got, they had baskets left. I mean, God is really using them. This is an incredible group, and they're over at Santa Anita Park Racetrack, I think he said, which is in Arcadia, I think, because we looked this up. So wow, that is a nice story. I'm really glad I ended up getting the end of that, because we're being interviewed by everyone. 2020, every news station now, they're just being lifted up. God's taking their hearts of giving and just multiplying it, and they're using them greatly. So
that they can save structures. More importantly, they want to save lives.
With so much at stake, so much on the line, more Americans turn here than any other.
Really, this was a quick update tonight. This is an incredible ending that I really feel like we needed to see. And I'm going to put the link, if you're interested in the copper bottle, under both of my channels. So God bless y'all. Please continue to pray, for California in these incredible situations of fires. And let's just pray for rain. We need help, and we need more people like those guys, those food truck guys. They're doing an incredible work for the Lord, and you can tell that they know Jesus. So anyway, whatever God's put on your heart to do it now and do it fast. God bless y'all. I'll see you soon.